How you doing, guys, and welcome back to another wee vlog. If you've been watching the channel over the last couple of months, you might have noticed that I have been carrying this bag, and no, I have not been trying to channel my inner Dora the Explorer. That's something I feel it kind of might make you look like. But this is the K&F Concept 20 litre beta backpack. It is predominantly a camera backpack, but there's a couple of features on it that I saw and I thought that could be really good. I really like the idea of that. And could this be a kind of hybrid, something in between a vlogging bag and a hill walking bag? So like I say, I've been trialling it out for the last couple of months, putting it through its paces, and I think it does work. It really does work for little day trips. I'm going to see if I can get an overnighter out of it. Like I say, it's only a 20 litre backpack, but I'll go through a couple of the features on the bag and why I think it's really good for something like this kind of hybrid hill walking stroke videography kind of stuff. And you do look a wee bit like Dora the Explorer if you get in orange. So as I said, K&F, I don't think these have blown through yet. Nope, still good. So as I say, K&F Concept kindly approached me a couple of months ago and asked me if I would look at their range and see if there's anything in there that I would like to trial out. Being it like videography kind of stuff. Predominantly they deal in camera gear. And as I was looking through the site, I had this little thought, what if there is something that could be kind of hybrid? Because as vloggers, YouTubers and hill walkers, we're kind of in that wee hybrid bit in the middle. So hill walking bags are not designed for carrying camera gear predominantly, and camera bags are not designed for carrying hill walking gears. So, and I saw this and I thought, that could work. And like I said, we'll go through a couple of wee bits here and tell you the reasons why I thought that this would work as a hybrid bag somewhere in the middle. So the bag is made of a 900 denier kind of polyester material. It's entirely waterproof, and that with it brings the only one downside I've found for this being a hill walking bag, and I'll come on to that in a wee second. But as you can see, there's lots of straps on it to cinch it all down. Everything holds together brilliantly. All the stitching is absolutely like on the ball, and that has been one of the only issues that I've came up against. So there's two things that I've found on this bag that I had to modify or note, but everything else is absolutely brilliant. So in the top you have these two compartments. The first bit is like these straight on the main body, and in here I've got like a first aid kit, a couple of bits of camera gear, my GoPro, things like that, and they're just all stored in there. But the main selling point for me was this big backpack, the big back flap effectively. Once you open that all the way up, you can compartmentalise the whole body, and you get 4 of these. They're little squares. You get 4 of these, and you get 2 of these ones that are semi-rigid, semi-flexible. And what that allows you to do, like I say, compartmentalise it. And for doing the hill walking, this has just worked out brilliantly for me, because I've managed to get a small stove in here, my lighting fluid. I've got today, because it's a bit gloomy, I've got my waterproof, so my jacket, my bottoms. In here I've got my cooking set, my coffee making set, a little dried meal, and my what's that called? My drone. I've got my drone in here. And one of the big parts I liked about this bag also was the way you can access this drone. The side of the bag has this little compartment here, and it just gives you access to whatever you store in there. I've got it set up so that it's a vertical area that I can put the drone in and out, but then I've seen people who are actual photographers and they do it so that it's horizontal, so they can slide the camera with a big lens straight in, and that way you've got the length of the body to put the lens in. On the side of the door, you've got two little compartments that are marked up for memory card and battery. Obviously you can put whatever you want in there, but they work perfectly for a little memory card bag. And a couple of GoPro batteries in here. And it just means you're not having to faff about opening the top of a bag, maybe pulling your wet weather kit out, everything like that, just to get to the drone, or whatever way you want to set it up. On the other side you have this little, it's a weird pouch. Usually you have like a square pouch or a rounded pouch. This is it's stitched and it's held in tight this end, and this side is elasticated, so it almost comes out like a triangle. But it's just a nice size for me to fit in a 500ml bottle of water and my trowel for the necessary should I need it. This portion of the bag here is actually designed for like a laptop to go in. However, as I'm not carrying a laptop, I found that it's a perfect spot to put in your little multi-mat sitting mat. As I've said, one of the really good things about this is when you open the whole bag like this, you've just got access to everything. And as I said, I've only got it set up today just for this small trip. But Claire and I did take it when we were up doing the Glen Sheeman Rose, and I carried everything pretty much like this in here. I had like my waterproofs, first aid kit, all that kind of stuff, your spot. It's just everything that you need for a day, a small day or a short day on the hills. Like I say, I want to try an overnighter using it, see if we can fit everything in there. But it's absolutely brilliant so far, and it's been working so well. Like I say, there's only 2 points that I've had to pick up on this, and one is the back of it, so the bit that goes against your back. It sits flush against your back. There's no kind of aeration or anything like that, or the small bits of cushion in there fill up quite sharply with your body, and there's no real airflow around that. But like I say, it's not designed to be a hill walking bag, so you're not going to get that. So unless you're specifically buying a hill walking bag with like an airflow system, you're not going to get that. The other thing I said, the stitching is so good. I've had to actually unpick some of the stitching on one of the straps to fit on my my Katadyn water carrier, because I couldn't get it through the loop. So I actually had to unpick some of the stitching to allow that strap to feed through the kind of the eyelet. And it wasn't the worst, just a easy cut just with a sharp blade. And the good thing is the strap has actually been melted sealed at the end, so it's not actually going to fray, so there was no problems with it. So the only thing I would say, if they're going to do that in the future to K&F Concept, maybe change the way that you've stitched that, because as at the moment it's a triple fold, and I get that hides the kind of melted end, but if you were just to double fold it, it'd mean that it'd be stitched, and you could probably get it through eyelets on little additional accessories. Also at the bottom of the bag you've got these two straps, which are perfect for putting in either a small tripod or a set of walking poles. And they've got these little lock clips as well, so they're actually, once they've cinched them down to whatever size, lock them in place and you're good to go. So I was just trying to make myself a coffee, just to sit up here and relax and enjoy this scenery after I'd done the vlog. But that's the first time I've used the, what's that called, AeroPress with the mug that I have, and the mug's wider than the AeroPress. So long story short, the AeroPress plunger just popped out as I was trying to turn it over, and yeah, my coffees went everywhere, so absolutely zero coffee for me. It's just absolute nightmare. Need to be a little bit of a pro for this. Oh, that's bigger than I thought. But that's fine. I'll get a coffee from an establishment who makes them on the daily, and will take £4 of my money, and it'll be easy, and there's no burns involved. But yeah, that's the K&F Concept 20 litre beta backpack. Like I say, they approached me, they asked me if I wanted to try out some of the stuff on their website, or an item from their website, which I accepted. And they've sent me that bag for free, so thank you to K&F Concept. They have also given me a discount code, which I'm going to put up below at the moment, and that's for 10%, if I remember rightly, 10% off anything on their shop up until the end of December 2023. So you've got the rest of 2023 to use that discount code on their website on anything, not just the 20 litre backpack, which I think's been really generous of them. But yeah, you'll see me channeling my inner Dora Explorer on more outings. But for today, I'm going to pack everything up and head back off this hill and get myself a coffee from someone who actually knows how to make a coffee without burning themselves. What an absolute nightmare. Right, if you want any questions, or if you have any questions about the backpack, leave them below and I'll get back to you straight away. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you on another hill, or with another bit of kit, or burning myself in some way, shape or form.